Nobody likes feeling like someone dislikes them. Unfortunately, in some cases, we may not even realize that someone doesn't like us until it's too late, since most people aren't always so direct with their opinions or feelings. Here's 7 signs someone secretly dislikes you. Number 1. They frequently try to put you down. One of the most common signs that someone dislikes you is that they frequently try to put you down or criticize you. This can manifest in many different ways, from subtle snide comments to outright mean-spirited remarks. They may also criticize your appearance, your interests, or your choices in front of others in order to undermine your confidence and make you feel inadequate. This type of behavior is not only dangerous, but it can also be a sign of deeper insecurities and a lack of self-esteem on the part of the person who dislikes you. When you are successful, they may feel threatened or intimidated by your accomplishments. So in order to alleviate their own insecurities and boost their own self-esteem, they may try to put you down or criticize you in order to make themselves feel superior. But don't let their criticisms affect you. It has nothing to do with you. You don't have to change in order to make them like you. You aren't responsible for their problems. Neither are you the one who kept them at the level they are at. Number 2. Interested about your misfortunes. We've all heard the phrase, "Misery loves company," and that's often true for those who secretly dislike you. When someone dislikes you, rather than showing genuine sympathy when something bad happens to you, they seem overly excited to hear about every detail. You might think they do so out of concern, but actually they do so out of self-satisfaction and pleasure. When you speak of your success, their happiness fades away. But when you are talking about your misfortunes, like losing your job or struggling in life, they become super interested. They are wolves in sheep's clothing. They may pretend to show concern and offer words of comfort, but in reality, they are secretly happy that something bad has happened to you. This is because learning about your struggles and hardships makes them feel better about their own lives and helps to alleviate their own feelings of inadequacy. You should be very careful about who you share your secrets with, especially those who show sudden interest in your bad news. It doesn't matter how long you may have known them. Once you perceive they hate you, you must be careful of every statement you share with them, because some of the misfortunes you encounter might even have been orchestrated by the same person you are talking to. And so their sudden interest in hearing about your misfortune is a way of them investigating whether their evil thoughts and plans against you have manifested. The best way to deal with these types of people is to remain a mystery. When they expect you to be sad, you should show up smiling. And when they expect you to cry, that is when you should laugh. By doing so, you will leave them always wondering what you are up to. Surprise them with your silence, but shock them with your results. Number 3. Refusal to celebrate your accomplishments. Anyone who loves you is known to celebrate your accomplishments. But when there is that person who doesn't acknowledge or give credit to your hard work, that can be a sign you are dealing with a silent enemy. Instead of congratulating you and supporting you, they may question the legitimacy of your achievements and insinuate that you must have done something fishy to achieve that success. Even when you present facts and evidence of your accomplishments, they will still find a way to weasel out an excuse or fabrication that explains the reason for your success. It's as though their jealous minds refuse to accept the possibility that you could be somebody successful. For example, if you get promoted at your office, they may imply that you must have had an affair with your boss to gain that promotion. Or if you get a new job, they may suggest that you must have bribed your way in. In their eyes, you could never truly have achieved something through hard work and dedication. By undermining your achievements, they are trying to make themselves feel better about their own lack of success. They may also be afraid that your success will make them look bad in comparison. However, it's important to remember that their behavior is not a true reflection of your worth as a person. Instead of letting their negativity affect you, surround yourself with people who genuinely support and celebrate your success. Number 4. They talk behind your back. People who secretly dislike you have a special way of letting you know by talking behind your back. It's a classic sign of passive aggression, which is never a good thing. People who dislike you don't want to face up to the issues they have with you. They'd rather stay in the background to damage your reputation, and they want everyone else to join in on the hate. This is a sure sign that someone has a personal agenda against you and is trying to drive a wedge between you and your friends. This is why some people who were once close to you might suddenly start acting strangely. It is because someone else who wasn't bold enough to talk to you has successfully damaged your reputation and spread lies against your image. If you ever notice people talking about you in hushed tones, or if you catch them exchanging knowing looks when you walk into a room and then quickly change the subject when you enter, then it may be a sign that someone doesn't like you. If it's a colleague, it might mean they don't like your success or prefer to see you fail. If it's a friend, it could be a sign of envy or jealousy. It is best to stay away from such people and focus on building relationships that are based on understanding and trust. True friends are those who will accept you for who you are and will never try to spread negativity about you. Number 5, unnecessary competition. If someone dislikes you, they will try to compete with you unnecessarily, even when you aren't really interested in competing with them. When you buy a new car, they will also want to buy a much bigger model. When you dress smartly, they also try to outdress you. They are constantly looking for ways to be at the front line. By constantly trying to outdo you in every way possible, they are attempting to boost their own ego and make themselves feel you are a loser. This type of behavior can be difficult to deal with, as it can be subtle and even disguised as friendly competition. However, if you start to notice that someone is always trying to outdo you in everything, it's a good indication that they don't like you and feel the need to rise above you. This could manifest itself through subtle actions, such as trying to outdo you in conversations or bragging about their own accomplishments. Regardless of the approach, the underlying intention is the same: to make themselves feel better by putting themselves above you. But it's important to remember that it's a reflection of their own insecurities and self-esteem issues, rather than a true reflection of your worth as a person. Instead of getting caught up in their need to compete with you, try to focus on your own goals and aspirations. Number 6, they always try to discourage you from your dreams. If someone dislikes you, they may try to discourage you from pursuing your dreams and aspirations. They may do this by constantly reminding you of the possibility of failure or by telling you that you are not capable of achieving those goals. They may even try to convince you that it's not worth trying and that you should just give up and settle for less. They'll tell you there's no use trying or you will never succeed. Their language will often be full of pessimism, emphasizing how hard it is to reach such a lofty goal. And even when they are silent, a distinct, negative vibe will often linger in their presence. They carry a sense of pessimism, trying to dampen your spirit and squash your aspirations. They point out their own past failures and mistakes, trying to convince you that the same will befall you if you attempt to pursue your dreams. Even when you clearly state your goals, they refuse to be convinced, trying to root skepticism into you in a bid to prevent you from reaching any higher life achievements. However, as the Bible says, nothing is impossible with God. Don't let the naysayers get you down. Instead, turn to God and stay focused on your goals. Remember that no matter how hard it may seem, you're capable of achieving whatever you set your mind on. Focus on your own ambitions and don't let anyone stop you from pursuing them. Number 7, they become extremist. As humans, we hide our emotions in order to not cause too much trouble or to save ourselves from potential harm. When someone is jealous of you, they are no longer content with simply wishing you ill will. Instead, they will go to extreme lengths to make sure that you experience misfortune. For instance, the person may begin to act extreme when around you by picking fights or attacking you in the open. They may become increasingly hostile to the point that they might even start having evil thoughts, wishing you never existed. It's not just a simple act of envy that is driving their need to hurt you. They will take things to new heights. Just like Cain, the jealous brother in the Bible, this person becomes consumed by their envy and takes it to extremes. It's not easy to deal with someone who secretly dislikes you, but the fact of the matter is to remain vigilant. It's a matter of being able to read between the lines by taking note of their subtle moves. If done correctly, you can protect yourself from any potential harm and build strong and stable relationships with everyone around you. So there you have it. Thank you for watching. If you love our videos, please feel free to subscribe to our channel.